How do we know which watermelon is thick-skinned and which is thin-skinned? Today I will guide you on how to choose thin-skinned, watery watermelons. Avoid choosing watermelons with thick skin and dry inside. I have prepared 2 watermelons. When going to the market to buy watermelons, it will be very difficult when you do not know which one is thin-skinned and which one is thick-skinned, because each one is the same. To know how to choose a thin-skinned or thick-skinned fruit, we have 3 ways to identify. And the third way is very important. It is very decisive. Normally, when we go to the market to buy watermelons, which size is the most delicious and sweet? Then I will share with you from my experience of selling fruit for many years and my contemplation. You choose watermelons that are between 3.2 kilograms and 3.8 kilograms. Or less. That is the best watermelon frame, the first grade, very sweet. Avoid the case that we should not choose watermelons that are too big, the inside is spongy. Or we choose a watermelon under 3 kilograms, it is not sweet. When you choose a satisfactory watermelon, the right size, the first grade, you use your hand to coax the watermelon, or you flick the watermelon. If you hear a bon sound, you buy it. But if you hear a bon box sound, the watermelon inside is crushed. You should not buy that fruit. The first way to recognize a thin-skinned watermelon. Thick-skinned is when you hold the watermelon in your hand. You see that its 2 ends are not bunched together. They are the same, it is big. This fruit is a thick-skinned fruit, and the fruit you are holding in your hand. Then you see that its 2 ends are slightly bunched together. This is a thin-skinned watermelon. The second step is also very important. I am holding in my hand a thin-skinned fruit. You see that its skin is very smooth and shiny. And a thick-skinned fruit, you see that its skin is a little rough. It is not beautiful, it is not smooth. You should not buy fruits like this. They have very thick skin, and the inside may be rotten. And the third step, the last step, is very important. It determines about 70 to 80% for us to choose. A watermelon with thin skin or thick skin. Then you look at the part below the navel of the watermelon. You see that the navel is big like this. It is a thick-skinned fruit. If this fruit is in the first frame from 3.2 kilograms to 3.8 kilograms, then you can eat it, but it has a slightly thick skin. And if you choose a frame from 4 kilograms or more, the inside is very spongy and not delicious. And here is a thin-skinned fruit that is very delicious. You look at the navel of the watermelon. It is just a little bit, very small. It is always bunched up. And this fruit is like the first 2 steps you see. The first step is that you look at the 2 ends. It is a bit tight and the skin is very smooth, very shiny. This is the best thin-skinned watermelon. Now you can compare carefully. This is an important step. You can choose the step to choose delicious watermelons. If the navel is as big as this, you should not buy it. If you see a watermelon with a small navel and smooth skin, I will buy it. Now I will cut these 2 watermelons to show you which one. I have been saying is thin-skinned or thick-skinned, so you know. Then I will cut the thin-skinned one first. Then this one is in the frame about 3.6 kilograms. Then I will cut it for you to see. Here you see. Very delicious. Inside it is not spongy and the watermelon looks very red, very sweet. Next, I will cut the thick-skinned watermelon to show you if it really has a thick skin or not. This fruit, you observe, the 2 ends are very large. It is not bunched up like a normal fruit. The ratio is about 70 to 30. Then you look at this fruit. The inside is very thick and you look inside it is only about 3 kilograms in size, but you see it is spongy. Then I will cut it across again to show you that it is very spongy inside. For thick watermelons like this, if it is in the 4 kilograms range, you cut it out. The inside is very spongy. In general, it is not delicious. Then I will look at the 2 watermelons I compare. One side is very red and thin, and the other side has a little bit of a spongy appearance. If the fruit is bigger, it will be more spongy. Now I will take my ruler and measure it for you to see the thickness and thinness. You can see it just by looking at it. On the right side of your screen is a thin-skinned watermelon, and on the left side of your screen is a thick-skinned watermelon. You can observe that in the middle of the watermelon, it is very white and spongy. After I measure the thickness of its skin, the deviation is about 18. If 18 is measured, The circumference of its circle is also very large. Now, I will cut it to see how wide it is. This is a thin-skinned fruit. I will also cut the thick-skinned fruit inside to see if it is spongy. Look at this. Looking at it this way, you will see that the watermelon has a hollow core. It is very porous compared to the watermelons with thin skin. This is how to choose thin-skinned and thick-skinned watermelons. Next, I will share with you some tips on how to cut watermelons beautifully and conveniently. Method 1. We continue to cut a part of the watermelon in half. Cut off the tail. Then cut off 2/3 of the rind, leaving only a little with a small handle. Trim the white part around. Place it face down and cut into bite-sized pieces. After cutting, we arrange it on a plate. Look, they look so beautiful, right? Method 2. This method is simple, fast, and convenient. Cut them into simple segments. You can cut them into 5 or 6 pieces depending on the thinness you want to eat. Then arrange them on a plate into beautiful fan shapes. Method 3. We continue to cut it in half. Then for each piece we cut off all the skin on both sides, leaving only the middle part to create a convenient handle. Then trim the white part around. Cut into pieces and arrange them on a plate. What do you think of the shape? Does it look more like a pine tree or a cream country? Please comment below to let me know. Those are 3 smart and effective ways to choose and cut melons. If you find it interesting, don't forget to like and share the clip widely for your friends and relatives to see. If you are coming to the channel for the first time, click the channel registration button. Click the bell to receive the latest notifications when we release a new clip. And now goodbye, and see you again in the next programs.